Halloween is almost here, and if you're looking for something spooky to play, look no further than Deadlight, the director's cut. Released first on the Xbox 360 and PC in August 2012, and later to the PS4 and Xbox One, Deadlight, the director's cut offers a perfect mix of platforming, combat, visual eye candy, and storytelling. The game takes place in a post-apocalyptic zombie-infested version of Seattle. It's July 4th of 1986, 145 days since Patient Zero, and a deadly virus has wiped nearly everyone out and turned people into zombies, which in the game are called shadows. And I know what you're thinking, the zombie genre is dead, but this is one hell of a ride.
Just like sharks.
You play as former park ranger Randall Wayne, who has been separated from his wife and daughter for some time. Your mission is to find them and help your friends survive the zombie hordes that roam the land. The story is told through moody, comic book-like animations that set the tone for the entire game. You can tell that Tequila Works, the developers of the game, put a lot of care into the story of Deadlight, as the voice acting and especially the animations are both top-notch.
Quick fingers, soft hands. Practice makes perfect.
Deadlight is essentially a side-scrolling 2.5D platform adventure that takes puzzle-solving elements in games like Limbo and mixes them with smooth animations featured in games like Prince of Persia. The game is also heavily influenced by the Walking Dead comics and literature, including the 1954 novel I Am Legend, later turned into a movie, and Stephen King's Cell. The gameplay consists of heavy platforming and puzzle solving. While puzzle solving is a main aspect of the game, I never found it too difficult to get through the game's more difficult puzzles. Don't get me wrong, I did plenty of dying, but not to the point where I wanted to rage quit. You move your character from left to right, interacting with the environments and either running away or taking out zombies while you do it. The controls for this game are actually really good. You can jump, sprint, shoot, yell at zombies to get their attention, duck, roll, and slide through the game. A fun aspect of the game is the ability to interact with the environment. You can tip over bookcases to block doors, move boxes to get a leg up, and set off car alarms to attract zombies. Most of the time you can avoid fighting the zombies by running away or trapping them somehow, or just killing them using the environment. When combat is unavoidable, however, the game has you covered. You can wield an axe and chop them to death, or shoot them with either a revolver or a shotgun. You can also use a slingshot for puzzle-solving purposes, not for zombie ass-kicking purposes. When you are doing things in the game like running, swinging your axe, or holding onto platforms, your stamina meter drains. It drains rather quickly when you swing your axe, so you have to be strategic about when to use it. Finding specific secrets in the game will allow you to raise your stamina meter by 1. You start the game off with 3 health bars, which can be upgraded by finding secrets in the game. Finding health kits in the game allows you to replenish your health. And speaking of secrets, this game is full of them. Each level has a bevy of secrets to find, and you also find pages of your diary that tell some of your backstory. I never bothered reading the diary because I was having so much fun playing the game. The graphics for Deadlight are extremely beautiful and moody. They make you feel like you are in a world that is truly fucked. Perfect for Halloween. The sound effects add to the overall production value of the game. The sound of rain or wind howling through the game makes you feel the cold that permeates this world. The game takes place in a torn Seattle and you visit different locations throughout your playthrough, including a crazy sewer labyrinth, which is inhabited by some crazy old dude who calls himself the Rat, a stadium where they are holding your friends hostage, downtown Seattle, and several other locations that add to the fun. Most of the enemies consist of zombies, but towards the final chapter of the game, you start to fight humans. You start the game as part of a band of survivors who are trying to get to the last safe point in the Pacific Northwest. Your band consists of a fellow park ranger, Ben Parker, a police officer named Sam Powell, and twin sisters, Stella and Carla Patterson, who the latter is killed by you because she was bitten and about to turn into a zombie. What else are you gonna do? You get separated from your group and agree to meet up at a safe point.
We would all be dead. I keep having this dream. I'm running through town. I don't know if I'm running away from something, or if I'm running to something.
I won't spoil the surprise ending for you, as this is a game you must experience for yourself. But if you have ever seen any of The Walking Dead, you know what is waiting for you once you get to safe point. Now, by no means is this game perfect, but it's pretty damn close. For one, the game is too short. I was able to breeze through it in about 2.5 hours. Once you beat the game, you unlock Nightmare Mode, which is essentially the same game as your first playthrough without any checkpoints. With a name like Nightmare Mode, you figure you would be fighting tougher enemies, supplies would be limited, or something else would happen to the game to make it harder. But no, it's just minus the checkpoints. The other thing about this game is that there is no online component. It would have been a lot of fun fighting off zombie hordes in survival mode, but alas, the game has no online multiplayer. Its flaws, however, are not deal breakers, at least to me. It's still a lot of fun to play Deadlight, the Director's Cut. 4 years after its release in 2012, Deadlight received a Director's Cut, which is the version I am reviewing. The Director's Cut features better controls, new animations, a new gameplay mode, survival arena, and full 1080p resolution. If you need further incentive to play this game, look no further. It is free for members of Amazon Prime through Prime Gaming, which is where I obtained it. If you don't know about Prime Gaming, they offer free PC games every month. I recently found out about it and I'm loving it so far. If you enjoyed this episode, please consider subscribing to the show, drop me a comment and a like. If you didn't like this episode, please consider subscribing, drop me a comment, and give me a thumbs down. Find The Big Retro Show on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I hope you have a safe and happy Halloween.